Hmm. Hmm. They're doing the pledge, but I don't. Hmm.
Guess who the night that God was still there? Oh, great as the star-spangled banner yet waves. O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, next, who is assigned for invocation? Okay, Lion Louis of the San Francisco Fil-Am Lions Club.
Let's bow our heads. Father Almighty, thank you for this gathering of fellow lions, family, and friends. You know we are all busy with our own lives, and most of us still have that fear of this overstaying coronavirus. Some of us may even have better things to do than to attend a Lions meeting. But thank you for giving us the decision to make time for our meeting today. And for that, we will try to make this meeting a productive one. May we come up with more ideas on how to serve better so that we may be your image for our fellow men. And please keep the virus out of this council so we and our loved ones will be safe. And so we can have our in-person meeting again next time. Amen.
Beautiful line, Louisa. And you sort of stole my thunder with regards to, I was just about to go in and thank all of you because really we do appreciate being able to see all of you in person. And of course, those who are coming in virtual are not forgotten, but it has been a while. Is that right? And we are slowly working on the road to recovery from this coronavirus and becoming an council, an active district, and active clubs once again. So I look forward to hearing and, of course, today, all of the work that you've been doing. Let me pass this over to you for attendance later. And with that, I'll have more to say later, but for now, we'll go straight into officers' reports. Yes, so Lion F, if you can read the brief meeting minutes of last meeting.
Okay. The meeting last June 23, here it is.
Clubs that were present. Clubs that were present were San Francisco Chinatown, San Francisco Cosmopolitan, San Francisco Dynamic, San Francisco Fil-Am, San Francisco Geneva Excelsior, San Francisco Host, San Francisco Marina North Beach, San Francisco Merced Heights, San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya, and San Francisco Unified. The sponsoring club was San Francisco Host. The virtual meeting was called to order by Fil-Am at 7:10 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance was led by Lion Emmanuel Paje. Invocation was led by our president in San Francisco Host, which is Reverend Leonard Hawks, and the patriotic song is led by myself. Secretary's report, considering that in May it was a joint council meeting with PCL, there was no minutes of the previous meeting. Treasurer's report. Lion Ching Ibaresto reported that the administration fund was $6,364.23, less $464 as a balance of $5,923. The scholarship fund has a balance of $10,560. PDG Lydia Taylor Billinger moved the treasurer's report to be approved, seconded by myself. The motion was approved. 1,000 deposit to Patio Espanol. There is no answer yet. San Francisco Coordinating Council ad by August 21, 2021 for C4 cabinet installation approved was 200. It's a compost vendor program with a directory. San Francisco Coordinating Council 2021-2022 elected officers are President Lion August Valera III of Fil-Am. And the ICP is our dear Lion Peter Lam of San Francisco Chinatown. First Vice President is in San Francisco Geneva Excelsior, which is Lion Sharon Eberhard. And the second VP is myself, which is San Francisco. Secretary is Lion Marlene Dumpit of San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya. Treasurer is Lion Ching Ibresto of San Francisco Dynamic. Advisors are PDG Larry Wong, PDG Eugene Chan, and PDG Esther Lee. Now, the bank signatories, as of now, as being the president, will be Lion August Valera III and the treasurer, King Ibresto. There will be a joint installation that was discussed by the San Francisco Council and PCL. Tentative date, the time was September 5 and 19. But I suppose what we have now is September 5, which is the final one. Remarks was done by second VP, Lion John Howie, Dr. VP Augusto Jun Valera Jr., PDG Mario Benavente, and DG Fanny Chu. Club reports were done by San Francisco Chinatown, by Jack Mack, San Francisco Cosmopolitan by Lion MLC Ma, San Francisco Dynamics by Al Ortega, which is Lion Al Ortega, San Francisco Fil-Am by Lion August Valera III, which is our president, San Francisco Host, which is our past president, Pastor Anceta, San Francisco Marina North Beach, which is by PDG Esther Lee, San Francisco Merced Heights by PDG Lydia Taylor Billinger, San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya, done by our secretary, Lion Marlene Dumpit. And then San Francisco Unified, I could not remember, sorry. Winners of the raffles is sponsored by San Francisco Host, which is $20 each. Winners are Lion Luisa Valera, DG Dr. Augusto Valera, Jack Mack, Margaret Lee, Lion Bernie Dumpit, Lion John Huey, and Lion John Gill. The meeting was adjourned at 8:31 p.m. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Secretary Evelyn. Now, is there any questions for the Secretary, or for the immediate past Secretary, I should say, and current second Vice? If not, can I hear a motion to approve the minutes as read? No, there is a question. It was the first part.
Unified was supported by Lion Carroll, president of Unified Lion.
Yes.
And the installation date was July 24th, not June, on the minute.
Okay. Do you get that?
I'll move this correctly.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the minutes as with those two corrections as made. Although I think I don't know if it counts as you reporting or me reporting, because I remember you were late and I ended up reading your comment for you. But either way, we co-opted. So those two corrections, did you get that?
Yeah.
But I forgot myself until you brought it up. Okay, so yeah, we're ready. You can serve. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So with those two, there's been a motion by Lion Sharon or First Vice President Sharon Eberhard. Is there a second? Oh, seconded. I heard, was it Ching or no, Roger? Let's put Lion Roger, a San Francisco host. All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion to the motion? If not, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. I didn't hear her. She's a visitor anyway. Behave. I'm joking. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh, that's all right. We're getting a little too rowdy here with the San Francisco Council. Sorry about that. Yes. So before we get to the treasures, or is there any chat? No. So they are serving us food. So well, the treasures report is fast. Lion Ching, can you do this in 1 minute?
Yeah.
Treasurer's report. Good evening, fellow Lions. The balance on the admin is the same as last month, 5,923 cents. There's no activity. And on the scholarship, the balance okay, the admin balance is 5,923 cents, and on the scholarship is 10,560 cents.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, that's it. So no changes within the past month for our treasurer's report. Any questions about that? Yes, Lion Gary? Right. Okay, so the question was, are there any receivables or payables? Not any outstanding checks, although we do have intention to advertise in the souvenir program, and that would be $200. Also some crest, but nothing has been invoiced or paid as of yet. So still nothing. We just don't really make that much money or do much. Well, especially with Zoom, right? So so this will be the start. So any other questions or discussion? If not, I would like to ask if there's a motion to approve the treasurer's report as made.
So moved.
Who is that?
So moved.
Is that so? Sharon Eberhard again. Thank you. Seconded by Lion Dr. June. Any discussion? If not, we'll move into a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed? All right. Motion carries. And now we will break for food, hopefully. Okay, attention everyone. Feel free to continue eating, but we're going to resume the program with the attendance.
Okay, Kevin, we'll be quiet. quiet.
While everybody's having their dinner, I will continue doing the roll call. Please let me know how many in the club are present. Okay, San Francisco Ocean Ingleside. Nobody. San Francisco Eta. 0. San Francisco Bay Area. San Francisco Bay Area New Century. Nobody. San Francisco Bayview Hunters Point. San Francisco Buda. San Francisco Chinatown. 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. San Francisco Circle. San Francisco Cosmopolitan. 3. San Francisco Dynamic. 2. San Francisco Fil-Am. 11. Okay. The host, yeah. San Francisco Financial Rescue. Nothing. San Francisco Geneva Excelsior. 1. San Francisco Global Business. San Francisco Highlands. Nobody. San Francisco Hispanic. No one. San Francisco Host. We are 5. San Francisco Keystone. San Francisco Korean American. No one. San Francisco Latinos Unidos. Nobody. San Francisco Marina North Beach. No, nobody. Lion President, can we include those in a virtual there? Yeah, okay. So, Lion Lydia.
I'm president. Lion Lydia is here. 1.
Now, Madam?
Yes.
Mercy died. Who else in there? There are 6 people there. Okay. Marina. Yeah. No. Mercy Heights. Are there 2 or 1?
1.
Okay. San Francisco Nikkei. Nobody. San Francisco Nueva Vizcaya. Anybody here? Nobody. About the virtual there. San Francisco Park Presidio. San Francisco Premier. No one. San Francisco Special Choir. San Francisco Unified. 1. San Francisco Veterans. Nobody. Helen. That concludes my roll call.
Okay, thank you. And I would especially like to thank immediate past Lion Evelyn, because our current secretary, Lion Marlene Dumpit, couldn't make it today. She told me far in advance, and our past secretary, Evelyn, graciously agreed to do her duties for this meeting. So thank you very much for your service. So now I'd like to move into recognition of dignitaries, and I realize I have not prepared for this, but I know there are quite a few dignitaries here. So excuse me if I get the order wrong, but first let's start. Okay, maybe who should we do? PDGs. We have PDG Eugene Chan, and of course our advisor. Who else? No one at this table, right? And then we have immediate past district governor Fanny Chu. There you go. Any other district? Well, I'll get to that's the final stretch, you know. Well, past district governor, no, you're at the end, yeah. So next, do we have any district officers here? Of course, we have District LCIF Chair Amy Pink. Oh, sorry, PDG Lydia, Taylor Bellinger on Zoom. Great. Any other district officers here? I know there's Al, you're a zone region chair, aren't you? Or zone chair. There you go. Al Ortega, zone chair. Who else is Oh yeah, of course. Lion Yoli is a zone chair. GAT? No, because Roger's the chaplain. Okay, thank you. It helps when your father's the district governor and can tell you what his cabinet is. I don't have the director yet, so I have an excuse. Who else? Lion Manny Pahe, zone region, right? Oh, GAT, that's right. Global membership team. Who else? Oh, Lion Yolanda Stern, zone chair. Great. Oh, and our Lion Bud Beria, region chair. There we go. Off my club. Now, let's see. I guess at this point, all San Francisco Council club presidents, please stand and be recognized. All right. Club presidents, not district president. Okay. Yeah, right. No, current, sitting. Do we do past? I don't remember. Well, okay, and then PCL officers, PCL president, Lion Venetia Young. Anyone else on your board here? No, although I know Lion John Gill always comes and he's a past PCL president, so let's recognize him too. All right, and then now we're here for the home stretch. We have on the call, except now it doesn't look like it says connecting, but second Vice District Governor Kevin Guest was with us virtually maybe 10 seconds ago.
Here.
And then next we have first Vice District Governor Lion John Huey. Who goes first between? Well, you're.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Lost the volume.
Cut the volume again.
Mm-hmm.
Our international director representing Constitutional Area 1, Ken Ibera of San Bruno Lions Club. Anyone else that I missed? I do apologize. Oh. Well, actually, no, that you're right. So please, all San Francisco Council officers, please stand. You can raise your hand if you. Thank you. Also present here today. You know, First Vice President Sharon Eberhardt, Second Vice President Evelyn Pahe, Treasurer Ching Evaristo, and then our immediate past President Peter Lam. And of course, Eugene Chan, our advisor. And then, yeah. All right. Oh, he has two hats. Okay, and I think that is it for recognition of dignitaries. So let's go straight into the business. Where's my agenda? Where'd you put that? Oh, is this on mine? Oh, thank you. Can I use this? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. So on the agenda, relation with PCL. So I'll give you a little bit of an update. The contract isn't signed yet. We are working with Elks Club because they want a pretty high minimum of 120 people in their big room. And it came to a surprise as well. We're still trying to push it down with them, but we're a bit conflicted with that because everything due to COVID. We already have some people who are still uncomfortable attending these physical events. We know the district event is happening the previous, like 2 or 3 weekends before, but who knows what can change within that time. So can I get just go around the room and sort of call out how many people you think you would bring to our installation, guaranteed sort of, or, with the COVID. Raise your hand if you're comfortable attending the San Francisco Council installation. San Francisco Council, the joint, and PCL, that's right. Okay, so it seems pretty strong. Yeah, but we'll hopefully, there's not that much of a showing today, but so again, we are set on the date of Sunday, September 5th, 2021 and we're not 100% on the location yet, but for now it is set to Elks Lodge in South San Francisco, and it is being held jointly, and President Venetia Young of the PCL is working very closely with us, and we're working together on this. And this is an unprecedented event. As you know, the two councils being installed together is going to be interesting. we all know that we wear, the San Francisco Council always wears our white dinner jackets and sort of formal attire when we are installed. The Peninsula Council is not so formal, and we have compromised with the attire or the dress code, and we will, the council, the two councils are still going their own way with wearing whatever they want. We'll be in our white dinner jackets, but the official code is formal Hawaiian. So that is business casual, maybe Hawaiian themed if you want, or you can wear your black tie if you want to feel kind of spiffy and in tradition. Really up to you. Question, yeah? Yes, you may. That is up to you. As long as you're holding a pineapple or something. Any questions about the installation? Right now we don't have an RSVP yet, but we are working on it. And of course the contract. Line Venetia, do you want to talk? Okay, thank you. we talk a lot already. I was in a call. Yes, yeah, we did. So any questions from Zoom? Anything on the chat?
No, we're good.
A calling tree for those. Okay, PDG Lydia notes maybe a time to initiate a calling tree for all those clubs not in attendance. That is a good idea. And I know that our council, and then probably jointly with the Peninsula, as soon as we get that contract signed, we're going to be having joint board meetings together to really go.
We'll do a email blast.
Yes, of course. Email, phone, however we can reach people we can. Now, one of the questions may be, will the event be hybrid? I don't know. That's the answer to it right now. By Zoom, like sort of like the way, will we make it available by Zoom as well for those who can't attend in person? I don't know. We'll try. No promises. But
Well, we're hoping for dinner and dances.
yes.
Like PK in the net.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's dinner, dance.
Yes. Yeah. So. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's it for this topic, unless anyone else has any questions. So we'll move to the second and the other important thing, which was the meeting schedule. So I was taken a bit off guard because I'd forgotten to bring it up last meeting. So my club, San Francisco Fil-Am, graciously agreed to host this meeting on short notice. But we would like to know which clubs would like to reserve which month to host the San Francisco Council meeting. All right, Chinatown is February, and I already had you down for that tentatively, but now I know for sure. Anyone else? Anyone want to take? Okay, that's the other thing. Does anyone want to take August? Is anyone comfortable with August 25th? That is the Wednesday. Well, if no one will volunteer right now, then I'm tempted to either make it Zoom or cancel it because it is the week right after the district installation. So, I mean, as much as I do love, going to a restaurant with you all and seeing you in person and hearing these club reports and talking, having the table talk, yeah, if no one is conveniently agreeing to host it, then I am announcing that it will be by Zoom. So, yeah, yes?
Perhaps a meeting in September, because your installation is the first week in September. So a business meeting and the fourth Wednesday. What does the Lions think about that?
Yeah.
And President, August, the PCL is doing
In September?
in September, but we're doing Zoom.
Oh, in September again.
In September, because of the installation, we're going to do
If I may, I think we may have to talk about one of the signature projects of the council, which is the Police and Fire Award. I think we might need an in-person, face-to-face meeting in September to kick it off. A lot of things needs to be prepped, and if we are going to go ahead with it, Lion Larry and others, Lion Esther, have to start the ball rolling on working with the city, the police department, and so forth.
I agree. So is there any club present here today who can host the September meeting? That would be September 22. You might have received the previous version of the schedule. Yeah, 22. Chinatown's already taken, so I'm not looking at him. How's host dynamic? How's September look for you? September 22.
Okay. I think we have to ask them first for the meeting, then we will figure out. But that is only, temporary to put the council. I mean the host. Okay. The dynamic. Okay. So we change.
How about my treasurer Ching? How's September 22 look for you? Well, you have 2 months. If worst case you can't do it, then you can reach out to me and then let me know that you can't. But can I put you down tentatively for the September 22 for now? No, in person, in some sort of restaurant.
The dynamic of the host, the secretary wanted to
Oh.
Dynamic host in September?
She said, can I put you down tentatively? Or, yeah. She's checking. I'm feeling good about this. In October, it will be,
Maybe you can get tickets.
So I will announce that October will be joint Halloween hosted by the San Francisco Council, or at least that's how it is currently scheduled. We'll have to see about COVID and all of that. And yes, Halloween. That would be October the 27th. That's the fourth one.
It's your Wednesday night.
Yeah, that is the fourth Wednesday. So October 27th.
But there's no business about this.
No, that's right.
Halloween party.
Yes. Yeah, and we've missed that for sure. And then the next one would be November 17th. Any other club here? How about how's unified schedule? What's your month of preference? Okay. Let's see. Yep.
Lion John is going to host the Halloween party.
Oh.
It's not big enough for the. You would, but it's not big enough.
That's a outdoor too.
You know, when he was president of Canton, he had a installation.
Hey.
The room is only a little.
Yeah,
It's only a little larger than that.
yeah.
If you're looking for a space, you can always come.
This is pretty easy. No deposit. Okay. You're okay? Okay. Yeah. No, that was it. And I think we easily made that. So okay. So I'll put secretary. Please put down, or sorry, second vice president. Please put down San Francisco Dynamic tentatively for September 22nd. Yeah. All right, and then we'll handle the rest offline. But thank you. So lastly, what is it? Is it club report time?
Yes.
All right. I'm handing it over to my first vice president, Sharon Eberhardt.
Now, this is my first time, so if I mess up, don't throw anything at me. Okay. Where's the list? Okay. The first club to report is San Francisco Chinatown.
Yes, we are going to join the district as an installation.
Where's the other mic? Where's the other mic? It's gonna be there on the 21st.
Yeah, our club will be joining the district governor installation. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, the next club to report is San Francisco Cosmopolitan.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Cosmopolitan has a number of things that we have upcoming. One of the first things is we have done a fundraiser to raise $6,000, and we're attempting to get a matching grant to purchase 2 eye vision equipment for screening. Okay, then we have a plan to work with school districts and daycares to, you know, to measure students' eyes. Next, we've partnered up with One World Institute, which is a foundation that Yolanda Stern has founded. Basically, we're helping Garden for Food in the Philippines. Okay, number of various vegetables. There's basically all different foods for the table. Lettuce grown is sold for to restaurants throughout the Philippines. We're also growing tea. Then there's also a online review course for MDs and nurses to get their licenses in the Philippines. To renew their licenses. Then recently I dropped off about 15 bags of stuffed animals to the Salvation Army Church for their Christmas toy giveaways. That's about 500 stuffed animals. Okay, in fact, I got like 3 more bags in my car I'm gonna drop off. And lastly, we're gonna partner up with Lion Kevin Guest to run a concession stand at the Stanford Cardinals football games for the season.
Is that the one you're doing with that bigger global?
Yes, with Lion Uni, yeah. So we've got quite a few things in the plate.
Okay, next club up is San Francisco Fil-Am. No, San Francisco, yeah. The Dynamic go?
No.
It should be San Francisco Dynamic, I'm sorry.
Jing.
We are joining San Francisco Host for upcoming health fair in October. Every Saturday, we pick up boxes of food in collaboration with Latinos Unidos and San Francisco Host, and we deliver over 200 boxes, and we distribute them to seniors every Saturday and Wednesday. And we are also supporting community pantry in the Philippines. We send them money every month, $250. We are planning a trip to the Philippines tentatively in January 2022 to visit our brand's club, Santa Ana, Pampanga Eye Center. And we are going to have our installation of officers and new members on October 2. We don't have the place yet. We'll let you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next card, Fil-Am.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. We would like to thank you for coming out. And also, I'd like to congratulate our very own District Governor, Dr. Jun Valera, for being the first District Governor of Fil-Am. This is a very special year for Fil-Am. It is our 50th year anniversary. And right now, one of our founding members, Lion Mario, who is also a past president and founder, is chairing it along with Dr. Lion Jun Valera and others. And we hope that many of you can join us. We're planning a 50th anniversary celebration sometime in November, but we're looking for a venue. So once we know, we're going to be sending out save the date.
Yeah, we are, I know, I got it. Oh, we're doing our annual raffle again this year. We're just starting to put it together. So look, you'll be getting, all the clubs will be getting email notices about the raffle and asking you to participate. Okay, the next club is Merced Heights.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, San Francisco host.
Merced Heights is in the midst of trying to come up with some potential fundraisers. And one of the things that we are considering, Lions Sharing, is participating in the raffle. We will be discussing that at our August meeting. And we're still doing our usual activities of escorting seniors and providing meals to some of those that are shut in and seniors, and just taking care of each other in our club, making sure we stay healthy and engaged and involved. And we continue to have our monthly meetings via the phone. And as you know, we have 12 members, and every month we have at least 9 of them on the call. So that's a plus for the pandemic. That's my report.
Okay, I skip San Francisco host. Anybody here want to give a report?
Thanks, Lydia. Heard you. Lion Leonard Oaks here, San Francisco host. I'm proud to inform you all that San Francisco Host Lions Club will be attending the district governor's installation on August 21, and there will be 28 of us coming. Yes, 28. And thanks to the organizers for this, who invited us, our Universal Choir, San Francisco Host, to sing in one of the programs there. The other thing is that we are doing every Monday collaboration with San Mateo Commission on Aging and Daly City's Lions Club in preparing about 200 bags of frozen foods and vegetables to be delivered to every senior member of Daly City and Pacifica. So we just started this last Monday, and this will be every Monday. And there were 7 of our members who attended that. The other thing is we will be doing a Christmas carol. If you would like to invite us in December, it will be provided for you, the information, but we would love to come and sing in your group or in your wherever you want us to be. Okay. I know that Roger has another addition to this for as far as the every Saturday that you give. Roger, Kevin?
Excuse me, that's it. That's it. No
sorry.
more.
You're lucky there's no tail twister today. Yeah, it was good, yeah.
Okay, the last club is San Francisco Unified.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carol Fung from the San Francisco Unified Lions. We will be at the Neomachi Street Festival Saturday, helping set up and breaking down and providing any type of volunteer services that they need. And we will be out at the Outer Sunset Farmers Market on the 3rd Sunday of every month. August 15th, we will be out there. It's between 37th and Pacheco. So anyone would like to join us, please come out. We love to see everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And I believe that concludes club reports. PCL President Lion Venetia, did you want to speak?
ID Ken, I'm speechless. Okay. No, I'm thankful to being here, and Lion August and I today had a conversation for 50 minutes prior to the meeting to plan this eventful joint council installation. And this is a first. And I hope that all of you will be there September 5th. This month, I decided not to have a meeting for our council. And in September, because we have our installation, we are going to be on Zoom. I mean, we still have Zoom, so we're going to take advantage of that too. But thank you. And Lion August and I are so excited for this year. And especially coming out of a pandemic year, we need to join forces. And we need to be united and a family. Dr. June, right? That's your motto. We need to be a family. So I thank you.
For giving me the opportunity to address you on behalf of LCIF. I am your honored district coordinator, and I just want to bring you up to speed and let you know that during the past immediate passage for Governor Fannie Chu's year, our district was 100% participating in LCIF. Now, and I am so proud. Yeah, well, I pushed hard, and there are some amazingly generous clubs in the district. And I'm not going to point any fingers or say that any of you are in the room, but there are a couple of clubs that didn't donate at all this year. But there were other clubs that were so anxious to see our district get recognized that they paid for those clubs. So I talked to my partner in service, your new international director, Lion Ken, and I said, how can I do a better job? And I think one of the ways for me to do a better job is every time I'm in a room where there's a lot of clubs represented, I'm going to make sure that I collect $20 from every club president in the room at least once this year, so that your club then is 100% participating. Of course, I would love to have a lot more, but $20 is the minimum. And I will be asking for more because our district actually was one of the top 3 in the state of California. We raised more money last year than we've raised in over 10 years. So thank you so much. So I know that San Francisco Chinatown, I'm not going to bother you because you're one of our star model clubs in the district, and I know that you are donating all year long. But Dynamic, Fil-Am, Geneva Excelsior, she left, San Francisco Host, Merced Heights, Lion Lydia, and Unified, I just collected $20. If anybody wants to give me, there we go. Thank you so much. And I won't bother you again till the cabinet meeting. Thank you so much for supporting LCIF.
All right.
I'll see you at the cabinet meeting.
So, well, actually, first, she got cut off. Well, anyway, let me remind you that we are still enforcing the youth protection policy. So I'll be reaching out to each of the club presidents so that all of you understand the needs to be in compliance. On the other hand, I am also the Lion Eyes Foundation, California, Nevada. So I encourage your club to participate if you haven't already done so. Thank you. Okay.
I am the first international director in District 4C4 in 62 years. So I don't think anyone was a lion at that time, so you don't know what kind of conflicts we ran through when Maurice Perstein of the San Francisco Marina Lions Club was the international director from 1958 to 1960. You don't know how proud I am to be not only part of this district, but being representing District 4C4 in California in the association. Lion Amy and I have been very busy. We were in a Zoom meeting just yesterday at 5 a.m. For 2 hours, getting orientation. She gets off tomorrow because I have part 2 of orientation tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So there's a lot to learn. We are getting ready to travel. We have scheduled 12 visits to conventions all over the country, and we've already pretty much reached our quota of 40,000 miles. So we're popular, and we're going to be busy through next May. I want to just say that I'm here because of what I've learned for 29 years of being a Lion in this district. So at any time, any given time, a past district governor can be running for international director and will have strong support from this district. At any time, any one of you can be running for second vice district governor and know that there is strength, that there is knowledge, and there's support for you to represent the district. We are going to have a very special guest and a very special installation on August 21st. Not only are we going to be celebrating our district governor and his cabinet, but he has been able to get our international first vice president to attend. So Brian Sheehan and his wife Lori from Minnesota will be part of it. So if you haven't heard Brian Sheehan speak, you will be impressed, you will be charged, and you will be inspired. And so I think San Francisco host is going to have the bar has set at 28 guests, and so I expect everyone here in this room to be attending also. If you have any questions or anything, and I tell this even to my district governor, I am representing Lions Clubs International. If there's anything that I need to know, that I need to pass on to headquarters, I'm the one that contacts. So enjoy the year. I'm going to try and attend as many things. Ching, you got to give me that date again. I think August 2nd. So I'll be at October 2nd. I'll be at Dynamic once you have a location. I'm going to try and get to as many district events as I can, and enjoy this great district. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ID Ken. And so I guess it's my time. So again, as ID Ken said, that August 21 is already fast approaching. So we need attendance. We need to show support to our district, and we need to show to our distinguished guests that we are very united and very good district. So anyway, so please send your RSVP as well as support our directory as well as the district souvenir ads. And so that is about the installation. And so another one is, I just wanted to tell you that ID Ken and myself and all of us have the same goal, to make our district very strong, make our district number one. So as of this time, our district is number one in new members recruitment, number one in retention, where the list dropped, and number one also in new club development in the MD4 and Area 1. So that means in the United States. So we should continue that, and we have again we submitted 2 new clubs again, and there will be more clubs to follow. So I hope that we will be helping one another. So the numbers are secondary. The most important is the service, because we believe that the more numbers you have, the more services you can provide. And of course, we are after also to the quality of Lions, because my theme for this year is family, and family is also an acronym fostering a more involved Lion in you. So each and every one of us should be involved and engaged, doing what we need to do, service.
Thank you, District Governor Dr. June. Now I do want to go back to the virtual attendance, and we do have Second Vice District Governor Kevin, who we couldn't get earlier, but now we're able to get him on the phone. So, yeah, like it went out again. Oh no! Oh no, there he is. Line Kevin, can you speak?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Good evening, fellow Lions. I apologize for not being there with you this evening. I am currently working overtime and dealing with a couple of crises here in the county, so I was unable to be there with you in person. I did want to tell you how appreciative I am to see both the Peninsula Council and the San Francisco Council partnering together. I think it's a wonderful idea. It's a great team to really keep us all bonded together. It's something that we are really proud of to see. In addition, I just want to share with you that beginning in August, I will be contacting you regarding supporting the Lions float for this year. That is one of my duties as Second Vice District Governor. So please get on board with helping us. We have plans to try to organize some groups to go down and help not only work on the float, but to donate to support the float. So I hope you guys will be engaged and involved in that and help us support our Lions float so as it gets prepared to go down in the Rose Bowl Parade January 1st. That's all I have this evening. God bless everyone, and please stay safe.
All right, thank you, Second Vice District Governor Kevin. And I know, we're still getting into the pace of things, so this one was a bit longer than usual, but we are near the end. So lastly, we do have the closing remarks of our host club and my own home club, San Francisco Fil-Am Lions Club. Let's give it up for President Lorna Feria.
Thank you very much. I want to thank again all of you for kicking off the year here with Fil-Am. We are very honored and happy to host. And again, I want to remind you that we are going to be celebrating 50 years of Fil-Am, and our theme is Filipiniana. So break out the Barong Tagalog or your Mestiza dresses, or borrow one, or go to Barongs R Us. So stay tuned. And before we end the night, we're gonna start the raffles. Does anyone want to purchase a ticket before it's your last chance? You do? Okay, thank you so much.
And while that's going on, I will formally adjourn the meeting before we get to the raffle. So thank you everyone for joining us. You're now free to leave if you want to. The time is 8:33, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good night.
And thanks for coming in online too. You want to buy a raffle ticket? I'll hold it for you. Yep. So Lorna. So yeah. Thank you.